Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to a new week. Last week of October. That's pretty crazy. But we're going to faith it. We're going to faith it together. We're going to faith it with the Lord, and we're going to faith it with His Word. Got a couple more verses from Proverbs chapter 16. But before I do that, let's start with this. On when you're driving down the highway, on the shoulders, on the side, they have those grooves so that when you get off on the shoulder, you get this right. Thank God for those things, huh? I mean, for real. Uh, I know nobody's going to own up to this, but you're like driving down the highway and you're not paying attention. Maybe you're playing with the radio. Maybe you're looking at the phone. God forbid, don't do that. But sometimes you do. You're doing something with the kids. You're not paying attention. And before you know it, brrr, and those things catch your attention and they get you back on the road, right? I mean, you're not paying attention and you're headed for destruction, except those things wake you up. You've probably seen plenty of those little videos where people are walking along, they got their face in their phone and they walk into a pole or they step off into a big hole or into a fountain sometimes. I mean, you've probably seen those, and maybe you've experienced that. Walk in and you're not paying attention. Next thing you know, you're stepping off a curb and you fall or you're about to fall. I mean, those things are part of reality. And when we're not paying attention, when we don't have our focus in the right spot, it's going to be a bad end for us. So that's the picture of the verses that I'm about to read, or the verse that I'm about to read. It says, pride goes before destruction and a haughty spirit before the fall. So he says, when you are full of pride, when you think more of yourself than you ought to, when you think you've got it all under control, when you think that you are the man or you are the woman and you've got this under control and you can handle it and you can take care of it, he says, I want you to know that you're on a path that's leading to destruction. You're walking down a road where you're not paying attention and a haughty spirit before a fall. So you are going down a path, you are going down a road, you are not paying attention, you are not looking where you're going, you are not seeing the stumbling blocks that are in front of you. And he says, I want you to know that you are headed for destruction and you are headed for a fall. So we need to get our pride in check. We need to understand who we are and surrender ourselves to God and understand that we're not greater than Him, bigger than Him, and quite frankly, we don't have anything under control, if we're perfectly honest. And if we do have anything under control, the only reason we do is because God in His grace and in His mercy is guiding us in that way. So pride goes before destruction and a haughty spirit before the fall. And then he says, so it's better to be of an humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud. So he says it's better to be with people who are humble and have nothing than to have everything and be with people who are proud. And you might ask, like I did, well, why is that? And it's because the company that you're with. It's because the community that you're with. On the one hand, you're with a bunch of proud, you're dividing the riches, but maybe there's some animosity there. Maybe even there's some shenanigans going on there. They're out to get you. They're out to take from you. They don't want to divide. There's some jealousy there, and they don't want to split it up. And they'll look for every reason to take it away. And so it just puts you in a tough situation, a tough spirit. But if you're humble with spirit and you're with people who are humble around you, they're just joyful and they're happy and they're probably willingly sharing everything that they have with each other. So pride goes before destruction, a haughty spirit before the fall. Better to be of an humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoils with the proud. Proverbs 16, 18, and 19. Use those verses. Get out there and faith this week and kill that pride. God bless you guys. Love you. Bye.